Slapping a baloney around whenever they have to, and that was a magical end for the Connecticut folks. Okay, that was a magical end for the Connecticut folks and for the basketball folks. Yeah, I mean that was exhilarating. I thought a lot watching that thing fly and then go in. I was like, this is the March Madness. Let's go to the other side. Obviously, you're not the coach of the Duke team anymore. Shire is. What is his messaging to his team after this? Obviously, everybody's talking about the collapse and everything like that, and they live in a world where they're going to see it and feel it. I think. How does he kind of deal with that? You think going forward?
Well, you just saw Brady how happy, his smile went from ear to ear. The joy of winning, but really the despair and the agony of losing and dealing with that with your team. I think John's primary concern, and he does a great job of this, he and his staff, making sure you take care of those young men. They had a magnificent season. One of the best ever, and you lose. It's brutal. It's so abrupt, and from the joy to the agony, and to especially make sure that you embrace collective responsibility, that you win and you lose together, so that no one individual player bears the burden of that alone. And I felt so bad for Caden Boozer because I felt the interviews afterwards. One, he was man enough to do the interviews, and he took individual responsibility for it. And hopefully, I'm sure his teammates and his coaches hugged him afterward and said, "Listen, man, we were there. Hey, your 15 points in the first half were the reason that we were up by 15 points at halftime. He played an outstanding game and had one turnover, but it wasn't one play. I'm telling you, we turned the ball over too much because of Connecticut's defense. And what happened, Connecticut had a hard time scoring, but when you get live ball turnovers, you have numerical superiority going down to the offensive end, and you take it to the ball better. And they got their offensive mojo going. And really, two of the biggest shots was from Demeric. Duke was up 10, and he hit a corner three. One of our kids, Nick, trumped it with to go back to 10, and boom, he trumped that by hitting 2 threes. And those were, if you talk about huge shots, those were amazing shots.
You talk about numerical superiority. They were 1 of 18 from 3 in the first half. Dan Hurley